Whoa!
Welcome to the What's Everything podcast, where we fashion ourselves cinematic judge and jury. My name is JJ Crowder. I'm here with my co-host, Alec Burgess.
Let's get it.
We appreciate you tuning in. Go ahead and hit that follow, subscribe, like, bell notification buttons. Hit them all. Help you keep up with all the episodes we put out, as well as helps grow the podcast, which we appreciate. You can also help grow the podcast by telling a friend, family member, in this case, royal, alien, human, or tell a half wolf, whatever. That shit's weird. But anyway,
Weird as fuck.
Yeah. So we're in week 3 of movies that are funny, though they were not intended to be funny. And we're in the meat of this shit right here. So we are doing Jupiter Ascending this week. It was released February 6th, 2015. It was written and directed by the Wachowski sisters, Lena and Lily now. And it stars Mila Kunis, Channing Tatum, Sean Bean, Eddie Redmayne, Douglas Booth, Tuppence Middleton, Christina Cole, Nicholas Newman, and Maria Doyle Kennedy. It's about a genetically engineered soldier who informs a young woman of her extraordinary destiny. God, that's the laziest freaking synopsis we've had.
That is up there.
That's bad.
So JJ, this was your pick.
This is my pick.
I am dying to know why, because I have a guess at how you came to this pick.
Dude. Okay, so listen. As soon as I saw this topic pop, I was like, this was the number one. So both of the movies, this week's and next week's, were they were the first things that popped into my head. And I had to pull out of my ass the third one. I don't even remember what I put on the list for the third, because these two, I was like, these are going to be it. And this one, like, I remember, because we've done The Matrix. We've done the most recent Matrix, which is bad. But we've talked about these things before. And The Matrix is one of my favorite movies of all time. And I think the Wachowskis are geniuses at like world building, and to a certain degree normally it's story building and writing, and so when it was being announced that they had this whole new world that they were creating and this new, I was like, let's go. And it had Mila Kunis in it. I could do without Channing Tatum, that's just me. Sean Bean, freaking Eddie Redmayne. I mean, this cast is stacked as fuck. And so I'm seeing all this and I'm like, the visuals are going to be amazing. The story's going to be cool. And then I went and saw it, and I was like, the fuck? Like, it's so bad. And it's supposed to be, like, serious and, like, intense and dramatic and fucking, it's just not. Like, every time Channing Tatum comes on the screen, I laugh my ass off. He looks like such a goober with his fucking weird ass dyed beard and fucking hair and the fangs that are a different color than the rest of his teeth and his fucking ears. I'm like, what is happening right now? And then Sean Bean, who's just in there to be in there. Like, there's no point in his character. Like, oh.
But even if you like took Channing Tatum and made him more Sean Bean, it would be really good.
Yeah.
Or at least a lot better. And it's the fact that they share the screen together all the time, but it's night and day, and polar opposites on what they're doing.
Yeah.
And if you just had Channing Tatum act like Sean Bean, or even the reverse, put Sean Bean acting as Channing Tatum,
please God,
and kind of keep likes together.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you talked about the Wachowskis did the Matrix.
Yeah.
Right. And who the people are who are outside the Matrix. They all look the same.
Yeah.
Black trench coat, black glasses. Right. They fit a bill. They look the same. They act the same. They have this kind of like-minded thing. Here is it's all over the place.
Dude. And I can't take any of it seriously. Like, I want to, because visually this movie is stunning.
Amazing.
Except for the fucking weird boots. Like, that part looks a little goofy most of the time. They're cool, But speaking of funny, not supposed to be funny, like the explanation that he gives for the boots fucking cracks me up every time. It's a, a calculation that uses gravity and blah blah blah. I'm like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
No,
Like,
boots
that,
go up.
yeah, that makes no sense. Like, just say I don't know how the fuck they work, but
Yeah,
they keep.
but
I
they
can
do.
float on them. I can run on air. Like, it just it's so stupid. And then all the different like I would be okay, I think, more too, because the other thing that makes me laugh is every time a new character is introduced, it's a new fucking animal human hybrid. And I'm like, okay, I get the fucking lizards, dragons, whatever you want to call them. That shit's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Those are cool. They're fucking terrifying, even though most of them turn out to be fucking worthless fighters. But it's cool. I even like the idea of the wolf hybrid, right? If he just didn't look so goddamn goofy. Like, if they had just let Channing Tatum be Channing Tatum, let him be bald, let him have a shaved head. Don't fucking dye his goddamn facial hair this weird ass, not natural color to try to make it look like a wolf color. You know what I mean? Like,
Make him
it's
some
just
goth
weird.
looking motherfucker.
Yeah, it's just fucking weird. And they picked the wrong color wolf. Like, the wolf, it looks like they're trying to match the coloration of like a Mexican wolf, which they're gorgeous animals, but it doesn't look right on a human. Like, it just doesn't. Like, if you had gone like full gray and black, like that would have been cooler. I'd have been okay. Dye his beard black, let his hair have some wafts of gray and
Mm-hmm.
silver or something. Make him a gray wolf. Like, that would have been much better, right? You have all sorts of color options at that point. Anyway, I was just like, what the fuck? Because he just looks goofy. And then you have, oh, I can't remember her name, but I love her name, even though I can't remember it. But like she's like a little mouse, I think, with like the piercings and the big ears, the one that's like captured her. Anyway, it's just like every time I see one outside of the dragons, I'm like, oh God, this is goofy. It just
Yeah.
looks wrong. And the one guy's a rat, and I'm just like, why? Like, what's the point? Like, at least if you're gonna do it, the wolves I understand, the dragon
Mm-hmm.
thing, lizards things I understand, because they have their place and kind of what they're designed for. But we don't get to see. I mean, like, we kind of do the rat because he's like this sniveling little
Weasel.
spy, weird weasel dude. But like, why is she a mouse or why is she whatever it is? Because like, it needs to make sense. You can't just do it to do it. And I think a lot of things they were like, well, this would be interesting, but I need to know why. At least I do, and that's a me thing. But every time I see one, I just start laughing, and I just can't. It's goofy.
Well, I feel like you can fix that with literally one line of dialogue,
Yeah,
right? Or one mention of the fact that all these different kind of hybrids that you have is just based on characteristics,
yeah,
right? So, I mean, give that 1-2 line explanation of, the maybe they don't even have a category sorting thing. It's just that when you're born in this kind of universe or in this alien-esque type thing, like based on your characteristics that you come out, you're a mouse, you're a rat, you're a wolf, you're a dragon, you're a killer whale, whoever you may be.
yeah. I
And so
mean, anything.
you can fit it in with just one little explanation of dialogue to alleviate all this, because the problem that I have with this movie is the potential that is there and never
Oh
realized.
no,
Huge world, massive potential, and it is, over in what, 2 hours 15 minutes,
yeah,
where it's just you're left wanting not even more, but just wanting to understand where you're at. Whereas if you compare it to the Matrix, which is hard to do because it's like lightning in a bottle,
yeah.
but it's like you get the world piece by piece, and this is almost they started at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And you know it just there's too much to try and fit into a movie. And because I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing it didn't do too hot at the box office,
No,
you're not going to get any more, which is unfortunate, because there's still a lot that you could do and give these storytelling things, but it started too big. And now I don't get to know any more about the Abraxas or whatever clan going out and devouring worlds.
yeah.
Like, that's a cool concept. I love the idea behind this movie. I love the story, and it's just completely unrealized for forever. And because I'll go back and I've watched this a handful of times, and it's just every single time I'm left thinking, look at the beard. And it's kind of a sad thing, because it's background noise 100%. And it's just a few moments where I kind of look over and I giggle about this or that, because it's one of those like really unfulfilling movies,
Hmm.
because I get a glimpse of what could have been and I don't get it.
Yeah. It is really frustrating, and you make a good point, one that I didn't think about, like, from the perspective of how they did The Matrix, right? And I think the more I was sitting there thinking about it while you were talking is they did too much too fast, to your point. Like, I don't need to meet all 3 of Brax's siblings. Like,
Just one.
yeah, in fact, like, I don't think we should have left Earth until the very end of this movie. And I can tell you right now, the other part that makes me laugh in the worst possible way is the whole, like, DMV government bounced around shit that they're trying to get her like rights or whatever. Like, take that away and streamline it. Like, make it so this guy, like, somebody comes down, and instead of it being Channing Tatum's character that comes down and like saves her from the weird ass alien fucking invisible whatever trying to kill her, like, have it be like somebody comes down and this lawyer guy comes in and like gives her birthright, right? Gets through that process of the birthright, and then they try to kill her. And then he comes in and saves her. And we spend the whole time on Earth of her learning, why am I being
Hunted.
hunted?
Yeah.
And, and then we get Sean Bean in it, and they don't. And then at the very end, we go up and you meet one of the siblings, whether it's the douchebag that tries to marry her or the sister that seemed to me had a ton of potential to be an interesting first sibling, because she was the least. She seemed like she just wanted to she was like, I got what I got. I don't give a shit. You know, you having your birthright means dick all to me.
Mm-hmm.
I just want my mom back. Right. So it's like, and I thought that idea was cool, on top of the fact that I think it's dope ass that these guys can like implant themselves, their DNA sequence somewhere to be reborn. And then all of a sudden get and then they're just kind of a different person. Like, that idea, almost like reincarnation, forced reincarnation versus like the Hindu version, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's intriguing to say, well, I'm going to start over. It'll still be me, and I'll have all the genetic code so I can get all my shit, but maybe I choose to do something completely different with my wealth and my, strength and power. Like, it's such an intriguing concept, but we never get to see any of it realized because we're bouncing around so goddamn much that I can't even keep up with what's going on half the time. I'm like, oh, the only thing I know for sure is we spend 5 minutes fucking going to 19 different people behind a glass window.
Yeah. The other thing that kind of hurts a little bit for me is, I think, timing on this. So, like, when this came out, because I was just running through a list, it came out the same and at a similar time as like Percy Jackson,
Mm,
right? And Maze Runner and Ender's Game. And
mm-hmm.
it kind of fits into that vein a little bit of this almost teen, adventure story. Like, you can even lump Hunger Games into there,
Yeah.
if you really wanted to. And the problem is that all of these other movies like had the backing of a book
Yeah.
or a well fleshed out world, and it's almost like they tried to pull from these other franchises
Mm,
and make it. Because I was thinking about when you're talking about the beginning, right, and staying on Earth, the beginning of Jupiter Ascending and the beginning of like Percy Jackson are almost identical
mm-hmm.
in the sense of what you're seeing and going, and then having your eyes open to a whole new world type of a thing.
Yeah.
And it just gets sped along. And then you can even throw in a little bit of the Maze Runner and Jupiter, and not knowing who you are, and
Yeah.
having to go on this journey of self-discovery. And it's just it's like we talked about, it's doing too much and trying to, instead of just telling the story that you want to tell, it's like, hey, let's pull from all these other successful or not successful, but fan bases that are coming out at the same time. Let's do our own thing and just pull a bit from it, and here we go. Because I don't think this is a book series. It's just
No, it's
Wachowskis coming
just the
up with
Wachowskis.
yeah. So
Yep.
it's like there's the potential here to really go and create something, but it's almost like, oh, we could do that better.
Yeah.
We'll pull it in here. We'll take this and we'll take this and we'll mush it all up, and it's got everything that we want for it, and it just doesn't land
No.
at all.
No. Not even remotely. And it's sad, like I said, like it's just such an interesting concept. Like I love the line where he's and he's like, humans, I know you think humans are come from Earth, and they're like,
Yeah.
no, they came from this planet X billion years ago or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And every other, and then you learn like, and I mean, here's the other problem is you're like, oh, so it's the Matrix in space, because
right.
I mean, it's the same concept as the Matrix, right? You have this evil, I guess evil is probably the wrong word, but like you have the bad guys, which are
right.
like this sentient level, high level of being that needs entry level characters to survive, right? So that it's just, instead of batteries, it's long life or immortality, based on using, like, turning other humans into a moisturizer.
They're a farm.
Yeah.
Earth is a farm once again.
Yeah. So instead of like giant pods of human farms, you got planets that are farms that they just wipe away. So I mean, it's honestly, it's the Matrix in space, like on steroids. But I like it. I like the concept of it and like the idea behind it. I just, to your point, I wish they had thought it through a little bit more. Like, because you can tell with the Matrix, the way that they set it up, they were like, look, we don't know if we're going to get another movie because this shit's wild. We're going to make sure it ends in a way that, is satisfactory.
Yeah.
But we can also build on it if need be, if it's successful. And I don't think that, like, I think they knew they needed to do something like that, but they were like, well, let's go all out. And then they tried to stuff everything into this movie. And I'm like, just keep it simple, stupid. Like, I wish more directors and writers and would just go, let's keep it simple. Because when I think back and I go and I look at movies that, especially when we're doing a category like this, right? Like movies that are just so bad, they're funny and they're not meant to be funny. Like almost all of them, I can say you took your shit too seriously and then you tried to do too much. Almost all of them. Like, and if you just backed up and went, what's the most simple format in which I can tell this story? And let's do that. And obviously this is never going to be a simple movie. This is huge, right? Like the scale, the scope, everything is massive, but you can shrink it down to the necessary pieces that you need versus let's get out there and tell everything all at once so that we can make it huge and the spectacle. And I don't want that. Like I want your trilogy to be a spectacle. I want your first movie to leave me wanting more in a good way. Like, this was awesome, I want to see more, instead of this could have been amazing, somebody else do it better.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you fuckers already did it better. So it's just and it's super frustrating. And I think it started with Channing Tatum being the wrong casting for this. I'm with you. Like it would make more sense to me, especially the way that they line this story up where she never knew her father, right? Like, or she was very young when she loses her father. Make him Sean Bean.
Yeah.
This grizzled old veteran that becomes her father figure instead of a weird ass love interest. Like, because I have no interest in their love story. None. Because it's weird and it's stupid and I don't like him. So if it's her and Sean Bean and it's this father figure and she's chasing the father she didn't have because she gets to learn about her father and, these things that he loved in space. And it's like this realization of what he wanted. Now I'm intrigued okay, now I want to see this. And I would even say you could have made like Channing Tatum the villain, because here, let's just get this one out in the open. I think Eddie Redmayne is one of the better actors of our generation, like our age group.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? 30s, 40s. He sucks in this because he's like, again,
Terrible.
it's like the whole movie, he's trying too hard. Like this weird ass fucking slow, methodical, quiet voice. And then he like loses his shit and starts screaming. Like, I know he's trying to be like intimidating and creepy, and it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. But I think Channing Tatum, or make the other brother, the creepy one that almost gets her to marry, that guy could have been a really good villain because he's likable and yet twisted as fuck. Like, I was more worried about that guy than Eddie Redmayne's character, right? Like, just everything they cast, and I feel like they cast it wrong to say, well, we've got Eddie Redmayne, we've got Channing Tatum, we've got Sean Bean, we've got Mila Kunis. This can't go wrong. Well, you got him in the wrong fucking parts.
Yeah,
like
move him around.
Yeah, because Eddie Redmayne is the creepy ass dude that wants him to marry her. That would have worked, right? Because he's creepy. You're like, don't marry him.
No,
like that's no. You can tell you're doing that out of like obligation. Whereas with the good looking dude, like that's like really nice and sweet and lying his ass off, you're like, that might not be so bad.
Yeah, have at it.
Yeah. So
I tell you, like I keep beating this dead horse, or I have in episodes before, but like Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh wow!
Put him in a role in this
for real,
because he's so good. He's been so good his entire life, but as he's getting older now, he's even better.
Yeah.
And so he recently, it's been a little bit since he did it, but he was recently in Doctor Who. And he played a kind of a antagonistic, and it's wonderful. And he's very good at that kind of sadistic, evil. I mean, Barney Stinson and it's just perfect. And it's like he's so good he'd be perfect as one of these immortals who is coming out, and he could be anyone. So you'd be guessing he could be the nice one that is trying to get her to marry him, or it could be the absolute evil of bone. And it would just be, it'd be fun to watch because now you're guessing at what his real motivations are, and he doesn't give anything away on camera, and so he would have been like, I love his acting, and it's just dude, like even put him in Channing Tatum's role.
Yeah. I think just about anybody else would have been perfect in Channing Tatum's role. But I have massive issues with Channing Tatum across the board. I don't think he's a great actor. It's just it's a me thing maybe, but not a big fan. Dude can dance his ass off, but acting's not his bag. But I'm with you.
If he's got people around him, he's all right.
Sure.
And so, but that's the thing, like we've talked about it before, the other actors on here is you're putting him front and center. And then like you're trying to surround him with people that are trying to make him better.
Yeah.
But he's the eye candy and he's the face. And I actually really liked him in the Jump Street stuff, but that's just because he's goofing off.
Yeah.
And so it's almost like he's not even acting at that point. He's just being Channing Tatum. And that's where he's gold. And so, he's popped up in a few movies where he's just a cameo.
Yeah.
And in many cases, it's the best part of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, there's fucking Channing Tatum.
No shit. No shit.
And so it's very not hard to watch him in like such a leading role, but it exposes his lack of range.
Yeah.
When you're trying to put him into so much, he can't really carry a scene as well as other people can.
Well, and you're setting him up for failure because you're setting him like he's got to act against 2 Oscar winners and an Oscar nominee. Like these, you got Eddie Redmayne and Mila Kunis who have both won Oscars. I think Eddie Redmayne's won more than one. And it's like,
I wouldn't be surprised. He's good.
He's great. And I'm like, you can't set him next to people like that and not expect him to hold up. Like, it's just not going to work. He works in a movie like Deadpool because look at where he's acting against, right? Like,
Yeah.
let's okay, you know, it's goofy. He works in 21 and 22 Jump Street or whatever because again, there's no, but you set him next to these phenomenal actors, and even Sean Bean, like, you can't do that to somebody and be like, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even I don't remember her name, like I think it's Gugu and Bathara, like the one that's the little mouse girl that's his like captor. Like, even she's phenomenal. Like, you can't, and he's just like weird. Like, it just doesn't work. So
yeah, it's so unfortunate.
yeah, it really is. And I've been trying to think, like, who could, like, if you had to have him be the love story, right? And like he's the Trinity to, you know, Mila Kunis's Neo, like who would? And I don't know. Like, you know, actually, you know what, I do know. I can't remember his name now, but the two of them were in the new Top Gun movie together. One of them was Rooster.
Oh, Miles
Teller.
Miles
Yeah.
Teller.
He would have been awesome in this role, as would the guy that's doing the weird football TV show.
Oh, yeah. Glenn Powell.
He would have been amazing in this role too. Like, and I think they were pretty young. I don't know, they may have been too young in 2015, but like,
no, because I mean, I think Miles Teller would fit because he was doing like Divergent around
that's fair.
the Divergent series, and Glenn Powell, I mean, he really up and coming over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But he's got that, you know,
he's got it.
He's got that charismatic bad boy look of someone who would disobey orders and get himself in hot water, like Channing Tatum's character.
Yeah. Well, and I could see a girl falling for him.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I fall for him every single time.
Seriously, like, yeah, I'm down. You know what I mean? Like, but that's the part. Like, Channing Tatum, it just doesn't work. I'm like, why would you fall for this guy? Like, come on, man. Like, take him to the dog teeth cleaner.
Have a little self-respect.
Yeah, no shit. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm with you. It's kind of like last week where I feel like this movie's ripe for a retry. Like, and I think, and maybe to your point, like, I don't know, maybe it needs to be, I could see this being animated and being dope. Like, and not like kids animation, like for real, like anime style, dark, you know what I mean? Like adult animation. That would be cool. I think they could pull that off. But I think the story
series, right. I mean,
TV show even, like, yeah. I mean, I think I think it could have been successful. I just think they did it wrong, and it just didn't work. So, should we rate it?
Let's do it.
This is a 1, dude. Like, it's rough. Like, it's hard to watch. I listen. It works the theme, right? Because I laugh, and I know it's not supposed to be funny, but I laugh my ass off at this movie. There's so many things that. And the more serious they try to be in this movie, the more funny it is to me. Like, it just doesn't work. And it's sad to me to watch some of the phenomenal talent that's in this movie. I'm like, oh my God, you have to look at this movie and go, what the fuck was I thinking? Oh, they paid me a lot of money and I got to work with the Wachowskis. That had to have been the motivation for a ton of people in this movie, because I just don't like, it's just bad. And it's not what it's supposed to be, but goddamn, is it entertaining from let's pick this apart and redo it. Like, how would we have done this? Like, I love watching it for that perspective, like, because I think I could make this movie better, right? Like, at least from a story perspective and how we play it out on the screen. Look, I'm no director, like, I don't know how to do all that shit, but I could tell you what would work better than what you did. So but it's bad. It's a 1. That's what I'm giving it. And I will do my best to never watch this movie again. This is like the second time I've ever watched it, because when I came out of the theater in 2015, I was like, the fuck did I just watch? But yeah, so there it is. 1 for me. What about you, buddy?
I'm gonna come a little bit higher, 1.5, and that's just because I have gone back to it to watch it on occasion. But I mean, here's the problem: is that it's not even like, I want to say genocide, but it's not genocide. It's like planet decide. Like, should never be funny.
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
cracking up. Your big bass, big bad boss battle at the end shouldn't have me cackling or giggling in stitches, but I am amidst all the fire and the flames, and it's just funny. And so I think it's like you said, it hits it right on the head where, like, not this entire movie, none of it's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be this big, colossal kind of world is at stake movie. And aside from one or two little one-liners here or there, you shouldn't get any more humor. And I'm cracking up for a large portion of it because it's just funny. And you didn't have, in this one at least, you didn't really have what our last two did, with a really compelling villain who's kind of making it funny. And you could almost chalk that up to like an ironic funny.
Yeah.
This is just, it's just funny because it's fully falling apart on itself.
Yeah.
And so definitely fits the bill. 1.5. I know I will watch it again, but it's not something that I sit down, like, pay attention to and hope that it gets better at this point. It's just like, I need something going on in the background.
Yeah. Hilarious. Terrible. Glad we did it.
Yes.
It's fun to talk about. I love when we talk about, one of my favorite discussions with us is like, how would we do it different? You know what I mean?
Yes.
I love that.
We're brilliant 2020 hindsight.
Fucking hell, yeah. We can do all that shit. Sweet. Well, tell everybody where they can find us when they're not listening to us right now.
Happy to. Like JJ said, this was week 3 of movies that are funny, even though they were never intended to be. So this is, got one more week left in this month, wrapping up with a big one. Best place to find us is on YouTube, where you can see our smiling faces as we giggle back and forth about funny movies that never should have been. But aside from that, Patreon is the best place to get What's Our Verdict content. We are on Patreon at What's Our Verdict Reviews. We have up on Patreon close to 600 episodes of bonus content. Now, the bonus content is behind a little bit of paywall, but you get access to hours and hours of bloopers, outtakes, even full-length episodes of stuff that we cannot put on the main channel because it would immediately get us canceled. But don't feel like you have to pay to enjoy the Patreon perks. We also have our votes up there. So every month we put out a voting topic, and I think December's coming up here pretty soon. Or it's probably already passed at this point, but January is going to be coming up. So get in on the voting topics. And then JJ and I have movies that we put up. So get in on those votes as well, so you can have a little bit of a hand in the What's Our Verdict creation, because these votes matter to us. We are going for broke on it. Special thanks to our current patrons, Rich and CB. They are the entire, it's their fault, all the extra content episodes that we couldn't put on the on the main channel. So we appreciate them, but it is all their fault. So if you do join the Patreon, check it out. We got some doozies. But with that, I'll kick it back to the Wazir of WAP, the Maharaja of MASH, JJ.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Alec. Yeah, go check us out. A lot of fun there. And with that, as always, we appreciate you tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Cinemagic out.
Whoa!